Self-development, of course, is not at all limited only by physical development. But in your case, this is what is needed. And a taste for life will appear, and energy. No other way. I will tell you briefly. Started practicing in December and went first results. Father died, tried to hold on, soon abandoned all. Chatting with me is my mom. And now my husband left me with a 5-year-old child. I have a goal, as they say, the soul sings, it lies very nearby because it's not sky high. At the moment I have no job and I try to find it in every way. Well, no way. Pay for the apartment, nothing for the kindergarten too. The husband is very aggressive. In food I am a raw foodist. It very short. I'm afraid all my energy will go to feed the pendulums. I'm in some kind of vacuum, as if it's not with me. Tell me how to be further. I'm trying to keep my balance, but it's not always coming out. The death of a father is in itself. What do you have to do with it? But the husband left, therefore, not on his way with you, but on you and him. Get rid of a stranger. But what's so bad? I can't find a job? You can always find a job with desire, even without any vehicle. Maybe you went too far with your raw food diet? With the wrong approach, both the physical and the nervous can go disorder, and hence the imbalance in life. I am always in disbelief belong to raw foodists, and he always advised to approach this matter very carefully and gradually. Read the book, Pure Nutrition. Read once again the book, Tufti the Priestess. Follow the simple guidelines and all will get better. My daughter lives in America, married, a small child, highly suffers from husband disrespect. Do I have the right as a mother? And can I help by working with energies, or only she can do make a difference? Neither physically help the daughter, nor speak personally with I don't have the opportunity, a language barrier. It is only she herself who can handle it. To be respected, you must, above all, respect yourself. Another guilty feeling, and so on and so forth. But it is necessary to reread all transurfing to her. My husband and I have been living together for 8 years. We have 2 young children and husband provides us. I do not work. Strong scandals, rebukes with his hand. Every day he tries to reproach me, humiliate me and emphasize my greatness and my worthlessness in his life. I try not to react, but sometimes it's so boiling that it comes to a fight, and with both sides, I feel empty. I do not want to do anything. Over time, we are very sorry that this is all happening. There is a lull on for a while, and then all over again. I try to extinguish the pendulum in the beginning of a quarrel does not always work. I also want to add that my husband is very dependent on marijuana. If didn't smoke on time, then right is gone. All the stones are flying in my direction. Drink periodically. In my heart I understand that very often I think about everything this, and in fact, we need to turn our attention to ourselves, our development. But I and the children are addicted to it. Often I need some help. One is difficult deal with kids. Last 3 to 4 years, 80% of my thoughts on this person is very negative, and as you know what you think about, then you get it. Therefore it seems, to some extent, I made it out of him, such a person. If I turn the slide, representing love and harmony in the family, will it help? Just visualizing love and harmony is unlikely to help. Must perform trimming in the complex on Tufti. First of all, not to be pet of her husband and engage in self-development in all respects. Particular person, even or even less so from an artistic literature. You can't ask, it won't work. Set abstract a person can be similar. To receive, you need to give. What we broadcast is what we get. By in relation to many people, this acts only in one direction. In them. With take pleasure, rejoice, smile, take for granted, and often unrequited. In the awakened state he noticed that I have such relationships with many relatives and friends. Moreover, many of them characterized me as luminous, the creature you are writing about.
Recently happened in my life. A
Situation where I clearly needed their support. Many preferred. Pretend not to notice. On my cautious requests received quite an aggressive response. What's my mistake? Yes, there are people who will enjoy using you without giving anything in return.
From
Such you need to stay away. But if you will begin to fix attention on the fact that you are being used, such people will appear in your life more and more. Because in your life always abounds on what your attention is fixed. A question about the scenario, which, as we know, cannot be chosen. There was a dream that required serious financial investments. After regular work with the plate, frame lighting, and implantation in a mannequin, a source of income has opened, thanks to which my dream can come true in 1.5 to 2 years. This is a new position at work. But the fact is that this activity takes me 90% of the time, and my beloved family, husband and small child, do not see me at all. Child, really bored. I myself feel that this scenario is not on my way to a dream. Arranges. The activity itself captivates me if it didn't take so much
time.
For 2 months, I have been desperately looking for good in this situation, while the child did not call mom grandmother.
Tried
to talk to bosses, the answer was simple: work or resign. I chose second, setting priorities and listening to the call of the heart. Childhood, my child, is more important than a cherished dream. If you have to choose from these angry, now I'm at a crossroads. How do we switch to options? The script, the scenario that is closer to us is in space options? Is it possible to try to amend it as any problems? Maybe somehow describe it in advance. A dream is achieved easily, not to the detriment of me and my family when working with the plate. How to highlight the frame now so as not to get on again like a film?
So highlight the
frame along with the thought forms that you seek. His goal is easy and at ease, and everyone around him is contented and
happy.
And do not forget about the principles of Lada and benefit. Somewhere in the comments on the Tufti page I saw, Tufti replied that a meeting with a familiar person can be set.
Why?
Assignment meeting is not an impact on a person.
It turns out I
ask that this person will be in a certain place at a certain moment, which means that he is already influencing.
It is impossible in
the sense of not succeeding to set the behavior of a person and his attitude towards you. But the meeting is an elementary shot.
Set this frame can